Our yearly rainfall is expected to come all at once today. We usually get about 8 inches of rain total for the year around the wave. If we get 2 inches, that's insane. That's not a smart time to be out in this area. Our roads to access most of the trailheads, including the one to the wave, are dirt and clay-based. If you try to drive any vehicle, even a 4-wheel drive truck, on a clay-based road, after it's gotten 1 to 2 inches of rain on it, you will destroy your vehicle, you will not reach your destination, and you will probably get stuck out in the wilderness where nobody is patrolling because we don't want to destroy our vehicles or get stuck. So understand, if you go out into this area with conditions like the ones we're expecting to have today and tomorrow, because this stuff doesn't dry up quickly, you run a really serious risk of getting stuck out in a remote area on your own without cell phone coverage and without other people coming through to save the day for you. So really think hard about how badly you want to put your family and friends into that situation.
Oh my gosh.
It's not smart at all, and I don't know how better to say this. Just because we're holding this lottery doesn't mean you can do this hike. I have to do this, I do it every day. We do it every day of the year, permits are handed out. Every day of the year is not a good time to be out here. So this is not a good time to be out here. Think this through. I'm going to start with the lottery in just a second, but please, if this information changes your mind about your plans or your interest in this drawing today, let me know when I give you your number. I'll call out each trip leader's name. I'll give you a number. At that time, if you don't want to be in this drawing, please tell me so that you're not taking a chance from somebody who wants to get stuck in the mud. All right, we also have a flash flood watch through all day today into tomorrow. They're saying 6 a.m. tomorrow, but typically what happens when we have forecasts like this is that they extend the flash flood watch. So I'm going to assume, because this is the pattern for the year, that the flash flood watch will go through at least noon tomorrow, probably later in the day. That's just kind of how these work. Major slot canyons in the area, including Buckskin Gulch and Wire Pass, are absolutely unsafe, if not deadly, with conditions like this. If you're in a slot canyon and it floods, there's no escape. It's a narrow canyon with rock walls 100 feet high. You can't get out of that. Water, it's not just water, you can't swim in it. It's pushing debris, it's pushing rocks and logs. Please don't go into any slot canyons in the area. And also don't expect them to be dry tomorrow. Typically, the floods have to go through for a while. I don't anticipate them to be hikeable tomorrow. So, let's see, partly sunny tomorrow at some point. That's exciting. That's the best news I have, that and the fact that it's not going to be scaldingly hot. We'll see if that pans out, but that's a glimmer of hope. I don't know if the roads will dry enough tomorrow to be drivable on whatever day it will be, 2 days from now, sorry, Tuesday. That's a better bet than trying to go out there tomorrow, but we'll just have to see what happens. Also, if floods wash out the roads, that can cause the places that they wash through to get steep drop-offs, which are unsafe to drive over. So think hard about where you go in the next few days. If you have questions about conditions, feel free to stop at our visitor centers and ask. I do not think we're going to have much information, but we will do our best in informing you guys of conditions. Also, Cottonwood Canyon Road through the Grand Staircase, I'll tell you now, is completely closed by the county. There's a massive 8-foot pit in the middle of that road, so please don't even try to start that. Okay, with that, let's get started with the drawing. The way that this works is I'm going to call out each trip leader's name and I will tell you your number. That number will go into this spinner, and once everybody knows their number, I will mix it up and we'll find out who gets permits. If you have changed your mind about your interest in this, again, this is the time to tell me. One other thing on that, sorry, I meant to mention, we cannot reschedule permits, so if you get the permit to hike tomorrow and you can't get to the trailhead, there's no rescheduling. We can't refund your money. It's a $7 per person or dog fee. That we can't give it back to you if you can't get out there tomorrow. You also can't get another permit for 2 weeks. So if you get the permit to hike tomorrow and you can't get to the trailhead, you cannot get another permit for 2 more weeks. So think about that as well. Let's see. Okay. And with that, let's get, oh no, sorry, a few more things. If you're drawn and you are excited, congratulations. Please stay where you are. I have to fill out paperwork and it takes me a few minutes, so just be patient once the drawing is finished. If you are not drawn, congratulations. There are lots of places to go that are not dirt roads and flooding. I would steer clear of Zion today. It looks pretty messy over there right now also, but Bryce might exist. Also, the north rim of the Grand Canyon may be accessible. The national parks in the area have paved roads, which means that they can be visited somewhat, even when conditions are bad. Bryce and the North Rim have a lightning risk, so just make good choices wherever you go. But there are other places to visit. If you have questions, talk to the front desk about other places you can go in this area. Like your hotel, it's very cozy. Let's see, other things. If you do plan to come back tomorrow, remember your number today. When you come back in tomorrow, you can just tell me what your number was. I save all of these applications automatically, so you don't have to fill the form out again, but you will have to just come back tomorrow morning and let me know you want to be registered. I'm sorry that the application period is closed.